We's ready.
Let's go.
Hey, www.trillforliferadio.com. We are at the
And we're
return
back.
of the Eden. Yes.
That's right.
Powerful players in the building. You know what I'm saying? We're just out here having a good time. Please give us a welcome introduction on what y'all got going on over here.
Well, I'm JV Jones of DC Nightlife.
Hey,
Hey.
lovely lady, Miss J.V. Jones. She's a woman of power. How you doing?
Oh, well, I try to represent.
That's right. You got to represent for the ladies.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I thank you for interviewing me tonight.
No problem. Thank you for allowing us to interview you. You know, you representing for Trill for Life Radio, so definitely appreciate your time.
Thank you so much.
Yes. So talk to us about, talk to us about Return to Eden and just things that you have going on right now.
Well, really, it's about DC Nightlife.
Mm-hmm.
We're all about the best in entertainment, events, and we do reviews also. We want to bring what's going on in the DMV to everyone. You know, whether you live here or not, you know, we have a lot of people that travel to this area, and we want them to know what's going on.
That's awesome.
You know, and with the internet being what it is, you can just go on there and go to DC Nightlife, spelled DCNITELIFE,
Mm-hmm.
.com, and find out like where the happening places, where are the restaurants, concerts,
Right.
all those things. What's popping, with the president, the
Mhm.
first lady. It's just a lot going on here.
It
So
is.
we want to make sure everyone stays abreast of what's going on.
That's awesome. I think that's very important that we, as Black people, begin to control and create our own media, because there's so much out there that speaks negatively against us. So I think what you're doing is very important for us abroad. You know, even those in the less fortunate communities, so that they can see, entrepreneurs that are Black and that are successful in their businesses, to be some motivation and inspiration for
Definitely.
myself and for them. So I think that's important, to control the media. So what you're doing, is great.
Yeah, me as an older person
Mhm.
per se, I want to make sure I represent and help the younger generations that are coming along. So they need us to show them the way.
We really do, because we
You
lost.
and hopefully that's what we want to
Like
do.
Michael Jackson say, "Let me show you,
Yeah,
let
yeah.
me show
Yeah,
you
I'm not too
the
old,
way to
but
go."
just
I
a
know
little
you
bit.
know. I knew about that song. Did you? You know.
Just a little bit.
Yes, ma'am.
But yeah, we hopefully in the next, I would say, you always want to have like a 5-year plan.
Hmm.
We hope to be the number one go-to for what's going on in the DMV.
Yes.
Um, we're getting there, but hopefully with the help of wonderful company and what y'all are doing, and the energy that y'all have, and I love what you're doing. You represent well.
Thank
And
you.
I thank you so much.
Thank you.
And
Appreciate
we really appreciate that, especially being DC natives, being from this area, and just open the invitation to be able to work with you guys and
Right.
really just do some big things. Because like we always say, DC is full of so much talent, so much so much hidden jewels out here in the DMV area. We just need to bring more awareness to what's really going on out here, especially as a Black community. Like I say, we need to be able to go to one spot to get all the news that
Yes.
us as
Hmm.
the news that we need to know.
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
Right. That's going to be more uplifting. We
Mhm.
see enough of the bad stuff.
right?
We hear about it. It's time out. We already know what our issues are. So it's time that we highlight our greatness and
Yes.
and strive to get back to that greatness. And you are definitely an outlet. In DC Nightlife is definitely the venue and the outlet, the way for us to get back to that, to remember, who we
Definitely.
are.
And the nice thing about us also, we embrace all generations.
Okay.
Mhm.
From the older to the younger.
Okay.
We never want to say, oh, it's just for this age group or that age group, but it's something for everybody.
Right.
And that's the nice thing about it.
I know that's right.
Mhm.
Well, shout out to these lovely people over here. Please let us know where they can contact you at Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, anything like that.
Yes, definitely. We have our website itself, which is DCNITELIFE, because you know a lot of people might want to spell it a little bit differently.
Right.
So we always like to make sure we spell it out.
Right.
.com. So that's where you go to for the bulk of everything. But our social media side is also Facebook is just DC Nightlife, and then our Instagram and Twitter is DC Nightlife 1.
Mhm.
Okay.
So
Okay.
you can follow us. Please like us, love us.
Yes.
We want you to love us.
Yes. I already love you,
I
JB.
sure do too.
Miss Jones.
They done just sat here and before we even got started and gave us so much valuable information the past hour. We had to like, come on, let's just at least get the interview done, because like you guys are definitely a milestone, or somebody in the DMV area that's really making things and have been making things happen for a long time.
Long time.
So
Yeah, and it's nice to be able to say that you're still around.
yes,
So that's the good thing.
Right.
You know,
That's
they
right.
come and they go, but we've stood the test of time.
I know
Okay.
that's right.
So talk to us. We were briefly speaking about your next event. Is it the September 17th?
So on September the 17th, we actually have a couple of events at one time. The first event is going to be the Ask Men Forum,
Okay.
which is going to be a great event for women to have the opportunity to ask questions of the men.
Oh my goodness.
That's gonna be
so
great.
there'll be a panel
Oh.
of men, and you know those questions that we're like, if you're not my man, maybe you can tell me the truth.
Right. Right.
You get a chance to
Get hip
ask
to the
those-
game, yeah.
I think that'll
so-
be rather interesting.
Yeah, that and
is.
it's always a great. We've had a couple of them, so they're very well liked and all. So hopefully, if you go to the Facebook page, Ask Men Forum, it should come up. And you can, buy your tickets for that. And it's actually, we have a celebrity guest, Stacy Lattisaw Jackson.
Oh.
Yeah, and she's legendary within her own
Yes.
right. So she's going to be there representing, and we're really excited about that. So yeah, need you to go on Facebook and pull that up, and definitely get your tickets to that. And then after that, we have DC Nightlife has something called the DMV Talent Showcase. So if someone is interested, okay.
Poetry edition.
Poetry edition.
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, I stand corrected. So yes, that's going to be afterwards. So the Ask Men Forum starts at 3:30, and then the DMV Talent Poetry Showcase is afterwards.
Okay. And where
I'm getting my direction.
and where is this going to take place?
This is going to be at the Thai Palace venue in Waldorf, Maryland,
Okay.
on September the 17th. So it's going to be great. This is actually the second one we had. The first one was fantastic. Everybody loved it. And they literally was like, you need to do it again. So that's why we're doing it again. And very affordable. Can afford it. Get them pennies together.
I know that's right.
Got it. Come on out.
People spend that on bubble gum.
Okay.
Big.
McDonald's.
Come on with
Get
it.
that Big Mac.
Right.
And I want to see what these questions is gonna look like.
Yes.
Oh,
I'm
and
very
the nice thing about
interested.
the Ask Men form, you get to write it down and present it. So it's very much spontaneous. There'll be some questions that will probably be formulated also, but for the most part, it's basically
Right.
everyone getting a chance to.
Okay.
And the last one was just, oh my God, it was just wonderful. It was refreshing. I think that's really what it is. It's
Right.
refreshing
Right.
to get honesty
Yeah.
in
Yes.
every.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think that's an excellent idea. I think that also helps strengthen relationships between black women and black men because they've been so torn for so long. I think that'll help bring about more understanding of each other,
Yeah.
especially the men.
I read a book some years back, Men Are From Mars and Women Are From Venus. I don't know if you're
I heard of
familiar
it,
with that
yeah.
book.
Read about it.
And it tells you about how we women and men think differently.
Right.
Yes.
And so we need to have a forum like this,
Right.
so we can help understand
Right.
each other.
Each other's roles
Right.
and everything
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
That's a great
How
idea.
each other are thinking.
That is a great
Because
idea.
my number one debate with all women, I let them know men are logical, women are emotional, and that's just my personal way. See, they looked at me sideways, like, wait a minute, you about to start
Wait a
something?
Save
minute.
that for the forum.
Yes.
Yes.
Hey.
So yeah, you
I
know,
thought that was-
I say to everyone, all the ladies, beautiful ladies, come out
Yes.
and come to our Ask Men forum on September the 17th. You hear when you got September the 17th. It's going to be in Waldorf at the Thai Palace venue. It's called when you get a chance to ask the men anything you want to ask them, and they're going to be honest and tell you exactly.
You gotta
Now
be
you got to
honest.
be able to deal with the answer though.
That is true.
Yeah.
Okay.
Gotta
They say
be
they, you know,
able
what's
to-
that saying? You can't handle the
that
truth.
Hey.
Yeah.
You got to come ready for it.
Can't handle it.
You know, again, if it's not your man telling you, then maybe it's better.
It's a
received.
little lighter.
You know
Yeah,
what I
better
mean?
receive. That's
It ain't
true.
gonna hurt- ain't gonna hurt his back.
Yes,
You know what I
yes,
mean?
yes.
Yeah.
But
That's all.
yeah. So DC Nightlife, we're going to have. Are there any other events that we have coming up other than the July 5th?
The wine fest.
Oh yes, it's also a wine fest that we're part of called Savor Maryland. Concert for Causes. It's
Mm.
going to be September the 25th, I think. September the 24th, 25th, whatever that Saturday is. And that's going to be, where is that located? You have to go. We have an events calendar that's actually great.
Mhm.
If you want to
It's
know,
on DC Nightlife?
Mhm, it's on
Okay.
DC Nightlife. And anything you want to know that's going on, if you go to our events calendar, it keeps you abreast of things. We also are promoting a couple of shows that are coming up, Nephew Tommy and Tony Braxton.
Okay.
We'll be promoting that, and we are promoting that. One is September the 28th. It's Nephew Tommy, and or is it 28th? It's somewhere around it, but again, it's on our calendar.
Okay.
So, thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to,
Thank
to
you.
share with.
So, you know,
the
I
world.
have one more question. I got to pull some wisdom up out of you.
Okay.
So, as a black woman, what kind of advice would you give a woman like myself or any other woman who's trying to branch out into the entertainment world, be it co-hosting, VJing, being an artist, just trying to regain her throne, her queenship back from just being overall exploited overall. So, what kind of advice would you give?
Probably the biggest advice that I have to give to any woman, anyone for the most part,
Mm-hmm.
is hard work.
Yeah.
You have to put the work and time into it, and you have to be passionate about it.
Mm.
If it's something that you really want, you got to put the time into it. Rome wasn't built in a day. That saying is
Right.
so true.
Right.
And if you really want to be successful with it, it's just that's how DC Nightlife has become as successful as it's been. We put quality hours into what we do,
Mm.
a lot. And we as women, you know, we have children, we have families and all that. So it gets to be a little bit hard sometimes. But you just got to put the time in.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
that's
you
right.
do.
Yeah.
And you go to school at night, and, you know, your mommy during the day, and, you know, so I did it all.
Mhm.
Night school, and, you know, but I knew that it was for the bigger picture, what I was trying to accomplish. So.
Right.
And don't let anybody talk you out of it. You got so many people
Mm-hmm.
that are naysayers. They just, you know, I mean,
Yes.
well, why you want to do this, and what makes you think you can do that? Never give up on your dream, ever.
Mm.
Never give up on your dream.
Never give up.
Never give up on your dream.
Never
It
give
may
up.
not come this month, next month, and then you start to get a little bit, you know, maybe. Keep at it. Keep at it. It's going to pay off eventually. It
know
really
that's right.
does. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's what's up.
Words of wisdom. That's what I'm talking about. thank you for your
You're
time
welcome.
and
Thank
your
you.
wisdom, and thank you for just giving us the opportunity to get to network with you and get to know you personally and what y'all got going on over there at DC Nightlife.
Mm-hmm.
So y'all make sure y'all tune in www.dcnightlife
NITE.
NITE
LIFE.
LIFE forever ever. You dig? Yes. From Texas to the DC area, we're out here working, networking, and plugging up these dots and looking good when we do it.
Looking good when we
Uh,
do it. All right, all right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Thank you.
All
Trip for
right.
Life Radio. Let's go.